a mock-up of a terror attack in Abu Dhabi. Part of the opening ceremony of the United Arab Emirates Arms Fair, IDEX 2015. In attendance, military and state dignitaries from all over the world. But pride of place next to Sheikh Mohammed, ruler of Dubai, is given to President Omar Al-Bashir of Sudan. He's wanted by the International Criminal Court for genocide and war crimes committed in Darfur. Allegations he refutes.
IDEX is the largest military exhibition in the Middle East. This year it's host to 1,000 exhibitors from more than 55 different countries. But what makes this year significant is it's the first arms fair to be held in the region since the United Nations Arms Trade Treaty entered into force.
The Arms Trade Treaty aims to limit the sale of weapons to countries with questionable human rights records like Sudan's. It does this by establishing arms control systems to monitor the movement of weapons like handguns, artillery, tanks and helicopters. Attending IDEX alongside President al-Bashir was Sudan's Defence Minister Abdul Rahim Mohamed Hussein. Hussein is accused of recruiting, arming and funding the Janjaweed militia in Darfur. I asked the General if it was now harder for Sudan to buy weapons because of the Arms Trade Treaty.
From where?
From other countries, because they might believe that you have a questionable human rights record.
No, we don't have any problem. Yeah, we don't have a problem. We
So
have some
you have
problem.
no problem?
We have problem with the Western country, but not with other countries.
So no problem buying weapons from other countries
yes,
after the Arms Trade Treaty?
I don't think we don't have. We are just like any other country.
And with weapons being supplied to Sudan by non-signatories like China, Russia and Iran, the General could be right. So how are the weapons being used?
When weapons arrive in Khartoum or in Port Sudan, then Sudan will bring them to the regions where they want to use them. And those are the south of Sudan and sometimes even in southern Sudan, in the other country where they're not supposed to be, of course. And of course, very important, they are also shipped towards Darfur, where there is still an ongoing conflict. And in that case, that would be against United Nations arms embargo, which prohibits, which clearly says that no one is supposed to supply weapons into Darfur, not even Sudan.
The Stockholm Peace Institute also say that weapons manufactured in Khartoum have been found in South Sudan. Sudan's Military Industry Corporation produces weapons based on technology from its supplier countries. I asked its spokesman about allegations its weapons were being used in its neighbour's civil war.
I refute these allegations and nonsense for us because, but we do real investigations and we found that it is not ours. You know, you can do everything to put the logos or to put some serial numbers or so, but at the end of the day, we don't use these weapons for any harming or any violations. We straightforward according to the law, according to the international standards.
News of the Sudanese delegation's attendance at IDEX drew immediate criticism from human rights groups.
As a signatory of the ATT, the United Arab Emirates has an obligation not to undermine the object and purpose of the treaty, so they should not have invited the Sudanese delegation, given the very serious concerns in terms of human rights within the country and in bordering countries.
IDEX organisers turned down an interview request, but if the exhibition is anything to go by, the Arms Trade Treaty has a long way to go before it can have any sway on countries like Sudan.